Okay, well, happy Sunday morning to you all. It is December 20th, I believe, today, 5 days before Christmas. We finally got a nice day out here. It's beautiful in Houston today. We've got mid-60s, I think it's 64 or 65 degrees right now. Pretty dry, but we're still drying out. It's been a wet, soggy mess in Houston, wet, soggy, cold mess in Houston, down in the 40s most days, and raining for the last week. But I'm going to get out here and do my little shift rotation on this thing, rotate the shifter on the spline one notch and see how that goes. I'm already anticipating trouble with clearance getting in here to pull that shaft loose because it's so close to the foot peg assembly. So I'll probably pull the foot peg assembly down on this side with some 12 millimeters and do that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We know that this is a 10 millimeter, so let's try that first. See what kind of an extension I need. It's going to have to be the longer one. All right, lefty loosey. It wasn't on there very tight. Pull the bolt all the way out. It's not very long. Stay. Stay. Don't roll. Yeah. As I figured, there's not enough room to get that thing all the way off the shaft. So let's go ahead and pull the foot peg assembly down a little bit, and that's going to be a 12. I've already got the tool out for that. Kind of figured that might be the case. So there are 4 bolts. You may not be able to see them from where you are. Just 2 and 2, and they're not attached to the center stand. So this whole assembly can come down while the bike is up on the center stand. Makes it really easy to work on. Lefty loosey, and let's go ahead and crack these loose. And I'll need to pull the left side of it down pretty much fully, but the right side just needs to pivot down a little bit. It won't be that big a deal. Give that a couple turns, and then this side is really going to need to come out, I think, so I've got to get down all the way past the height of this, and that's several inches, almost 3 inches. So it's a little bit of a pain to have to adjust this, but you know, it's quick enough. It's not really that big of a problem for most people. Somebody that's really averse to wrenching on their bikes, yeah, it might be annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the foot peg assembly completely loose and then figure out what ties into that. I don't need that one, I need this one. So we are wiggly jiggly, not quite there yet. I think that might do it. I'm just going to pull down on it and torque it. It's got something else tying it up, probably up here forward of the motor or somewhere else up high, and I don't want to pull all that loose. So let's just see if I can get that. Yeah, okay, that's all it took. I don't know if you guys could see that. Sorry, probably not in a good position. So just kind of pull sideways on this and you get plenty of clearance to get that shift yoke out of there. So now, I didn't make note of where it was, but it shouldn't be hard to figure out. See if I can get our placement here. You can do this one-handed so you can see what's going on. Okay. So let's go back in. My toddler's talking. So that's factory position there. I can tell by that height, and that's not going to work. So we're going to go up 1. So see what a difference one spline makes. That is that much taller. That's probably at least 2.5 inches. So yeah, that's it. That's the same position as on my Super Cub, so that's where we're going to leave it. So now I'll put you back down here to film the festivities. I'm trying to get the bolts back in. You can kind of see what I was working on. Sorry about my finger and the camera work. Ugh. All right, let's see if I can work around it. So this is the one I was taking out by mistake. And that's just the bash guard to the foot peg assembly itself. Righty-tighty. Okay, snug that. Now let's get the primary bolts back in. It's going to be over here. I'm sure there's a proper torque setting for this, but I'm going to give it about a... That's good enough. Probably about 18 foot-pounds or so. Don't want to go super, super tight because this is an aluminum engine lower here, so you don't want to go nutso on it. Might strip it out. I'm giving it about 15 pounds. That's snug. And that's snug. And done. Okay, well, almost done. Now, let's see if I can rearrange you to see what's going on. Try to put you in this position here. This little tripod is pretty low, so I'm hoping for the best. So, what we're going to do is put this bolt back in. And what I'm searching for is I don't know if you can see that indentation in the shaft right there. Your bolt has to go through that indentation, and it locks the shifter onto the shaft so it won't slide out in case the bolt is loose. So what I do is just kind of wiggle back and forth, and you can tell that is in that recess there. So now we'll just snug it up. And again, not too tight. I'll try to throw the torque specs for this stuff up there on the screen, but you can assume probably 10 foot-pounds or less. These are not high torque fasteners. Righty-tighty. I guess I should do this first. That's it. Get. Hey, you slipped off. And when you tighten it up, you should just be able to see the bolt coming out the back of the shaft, or the back of the threads there. That's it, done. This adjustment is complete. So now I am sitting about 2.5 inches higher. Probably should have done that before and after measurement, but yeah, that's 2.5, 3 inches there. It's quite a distance and quite a difference as well. So now today is going to be my continuing the break-in ride. I haven't put many miles on the little trail yet. It's been wet and I've been busy with work, so got the 360 cam set up there. I'm gonna air up my tires and grab my riding gear and my handy dandy bicycle pump here, because these are essentially bicycle tires, right? All right, so here's my, oh yeah, that's so much easier. Heel, click, done. Oh, it's so much easier to heel shift this thing now.